Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. So a few days ago, I graduated high school, and that's super fun. But I was so busy in the weeks leading up to that graduation that now I'm officially on summer, and honestly, I don't really know what to do with myself. Of course, I do have a job, and I do have to prepare for college, but I wanted to make the most of this summer right now. So I thought maybe we could sit down and just kind of talk through some ideas. We could create a bucket list, maybe a mood board, and really just set a solid foundation for a good summer. Because I have a good feeling about this summer, and it really is whatever we make of it. So I want to just try and make the most of it, because I'm excited. Also, summer is right now, and I'm kind of late to the game, so we should probably get into it. Okay, so first things first, I just kind of want to think of some general, themes, or overarching motifs. Gosh, I clearly have not left that high school English class mentality, but really, just to sort of, help this process along, just, think of some, a few words to sum up summer. Yeah. Alright, first things first. I feel like this goes without saying, but being outdoors and enjoying nature will be really important. Not only is that safer for everyone, but also I used to spend so much time outside when I was younger. And I feel like as you get older, especially with school and being busy and all that, you just naturally spend less time outdoors. So I want to be intentional about making sure I do actually enjoy nature, because it really does bring me a lot of joy and a lot of peace. Also, kind of with that, the colors blue and the colors green. They're definitely my two favorite colors. And very summery. I don't know, that's so vague, but I think it's worth mentioning. Alright, exploration. And obviously in terms of outdoors and all that stuff, but also in terms of trying new foods, just going out of my comfort zone in general, just sort of that exploration and that adventure is something that's going to be really important for me. I know I said blue and I said green, but just colors in general, and I think with that creativity is something I want to embrace. Yeah, being creative, trying new things, these all kind of go together. But yeah, those are some ideas before we get more specific. Good morning. So last summer, actually, I took a lot of video clips of just things that I did with my family on my phone. I never really ended up doing anything with that footage, but I still really like it, so I think I'll include some, because I had a good summer last summer, and I want to carry that forth. Alright, more outside stuff. Where I live, lakes are abundant. There are just a ton of lakes, so I want to go to a lot of lakes, go swimming. Maybe if you live by the ocean, lucky. Try going to the beach. Really just enjoying the natural geography of wherever you live and embracing that. So yeah, lots of lakes. I want to go paddleboarding. My family got a paddleboard last summer and it's very fun. Kayaking as well. Going to the quarries. I want to jump off bridges into water, the low bridges, because I'm kind of scared of heights, and not not the tall ones. Ooh, God. Why did that scare me? Another thing I did a lot of last summer was joining my mom at her garden, because she is an avid gardener, and we're part of a community garden because our backyard isn't big enough to have our own garden. But I want to learn more about gardening and do that with my mom. I think that would be something that would be a lot of fun. What was that idea that was in Candide? Cultivate your garden? Something like that. I think that's a nice idea to carry forth. And you get some cool food. Which, speaking of food, I really want to go to more farmers markets. last summer there were like no farmers markets. So I really missed farmers markets last summer, and I want to go to some farmers markets with my mom, probably. And I want to make a lot of food that just uses that local produce. Something else, speaking of food and kind of the theme of exploration and going out of my comfort zone, is I want to go to, I don't really know the term for it, like an imported food store or like an Asian market, just sort of like a non-American or a non-traditional grocery store, and get foods that I'm like not really used to, and make more foods that are out of my comfort zone, and just try new things. Just try new things in the realm of culinary arts, you know? That also goes with the theme of creativity that we talked about, and color. Look how this is tying together. Gosh, look at this. Oh, I also wrote down, I want to go on a picnic. That's something I did last summer, and very nice. That's just like such a summery thing to do. It's so much fun, too. And I want to make sun tea. If you don't know what sun tea is, it's where you put a tea bag in water and you put it out in the sun. My mom does it all the time. I want to learn how to grill, like on a grill. So I should just ask my dad about that, because I feel like that's very practical, you know? You can grill anything and it tastes really good. Zucchini. I tried that for the first time a few weeks ago. Very good. I also there are a little ways away from my house, there's some pickleball courts, and honestly, I'm not that good at pickleball, but I want to get better, and I want to continue going to the pickleball court. My brother and I play sometimes. He is so much better than me, but I will beat him one of these days. Gonna write that down. Beat Jacob. Back in elementary school, I was an avid DIYer, and I want to get into that a bit more. I just want to do some fun little crafts, you know? Nana Florence has made these little trinket dishes with air dry clay, and then you paint them, so that'll be a lot of fun. I also want to paint some terracotta pots to plant some herbs in, things like that. That'll be a lot of fun as well. I am a crocheter. I've been crocheting I have been crocheting actually since I was in like 3rd grade or whatever. I want to make some more bags. I made some last summer, and I'm working on one this summer. I kind of ran out of yarn, but I can get that. But I want to crochet some bags, like a farmer's market bag, a checkered bag, and I also want to make a bucket hat as well. Something else is, with going outside, I want to try some like plein air painting. You know, I'm not really a painter. That's not something I'm very good at, but just sitting outside and kind of painting your scenery, that's a really fun idea. I think that's a good challenge. So yeah, lots of painting, lots of color, as we talked about. Alright, if you are still watching right now, hey, thank you so much for sticking around. I know that this video has just been a lot of talking, and I've been really quiet because I just get weird about people overhearing me, but I'm house and dog sitting right now, so I'm actually able to talk at a volume that's understandable. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the things I've talked about, and I've sort of compiled images like through Pinterest that kind of correlate with the themes that I've been discussing, and then I'm going to put them together into a little mood board, because I'm a really visually oriented person, and I think it's just nice and concise to be able to look at something and be able to visualize what you've been talking about. Alright, so after a little bit of time in Photoshop, I do have something, and I am really excited actually. This video was just sort of like a brainstorming session. It obviously was not the most exciting, but it was just to get the ball rolling and help us think of some ideas for whatever is to come in these next few months. And hopefully these are things that like a lot of different people can do. I try not to be exclusive. But yeah, I really hope that you have a healthy and a happy summer wherever you are. And thank you for sticking around. Hey, who knows, maybe I'll see you some other time. But until then, bye.